name's Emma Hogan. I graduated from LPO last year in 2025, and I just finished my first year at U of Idaho. I started going to U of I to study psychology and forestry to go into environmental therapy. I just finished with a 3.9 GPA, making the Dean's List twice this year, which is a little odd for me looking back at my freshman year when I had 2 ankle monitors on and didn't want to go to school ever. LPO really changed that perspective for me in a lot of ways, showing me what I could be and what school could be if I actually put my mind to it and what I wanted to do. My cousin Callie went to LPO. When she told me about it, it just seemed so different and so comfortable, just a place where you could just be yourself. That's where I wanted to go. Took my dad a lot of convincing to go. He didn't want me to go to LPO. He wanted me to stay at Sandpoint High School. I kind of gave him an ultimatum that I was either not going to go to school or it was going to be LPO, so caved. Now my dad absolutely loves it. He thinks it's the best decision I've really ever made for myself. He looks at the relationships I've made with staff and students and the pathways it's taken me on. Because before I didn't want to go to college at all. I didn't see it as an option for my future. But after going to LPO and taking forestry with Brenda and just learning about all the different things that I could do, it really set me up, and that's where I decided that I wanted to go and I wanted to do further education. No, college, it's very odd. I love it. At U of I, it's definitely, everyone is always on a one-track mind. They're just trying to get everything done and keeping their heads down and just doing the work, and it's a really great community. I've never ran into anyone rude. Everyone there is so nice and so helpful, but it's definitely a big workload, and it's something that they emphasize very much, that you chose to come, you paid for the classes, you chose this degree, and so it's very much everyone who's there wants to be there and wants to do the best they can. I would not have been able to go without LPO. Sarah, the counselor, she gave me a bunch of resources for scholarships, and the teachers and staff helped me with letters of recommendation and just pushing me to apply for as many as I was eligible for. And with their help and applying for all the scholarships I did, I was able to pay for my entire first year at U of I plus some. I would say that you really just have to find it in yourself to know. You have to be comfortable in yourself, and once you're comfortable in the things you have and with what you know, and accept that you're not going to know everything and you're not going to be great at everything, but finding what really makes you happy and makes you interested in learning, I feel like that's, if you take that and you take it a step further and you actually want to go through with it, you can go so far. I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for at all, and then when I took Brenda's forestry class, it was like a snap in my brain, and I was like, yeah, this is a huge part of what I want to do. There's so many resources. I know that Sarah, just that she helped me even when I was in college, and she helped me with any questions I had about finances or just in general, and there's avenues all over campus. There's free therapy, student mental health centers, there's just groups of just people who have similarities that they want, and they want to work on that together, and then there's so many different groups and avenues just to find help and comfortability. Oh yeah, there's free tutoring, and then they have like certain classes and they have certain times where you can go in and then just go asking questions, or they have a whole floor in the library full of tutors where you can just go in and be like, I need help with this, or certain sessions that they have for certain classes. Yeah, that was a huge thing, especially for me, as I struggled, before I came to LPO, I struggled really bad with asking for help. I did not want to ask for help. I felt like that made me look dumb or just less than. And going through LPO and finally passing the classes that I thought I would never be able to, it really gave me the confidence to go into college and be able to speak to my professors when I didn't understand, or confront them with something that didn't make sense or something that I felt like would help me better. And they're really accommodating if you just reach out and just talk to them. A lot of people at LPO don't even know the full situation. They hear that LPO is moving and they're upset about it. They're like, no, because they understand just in our community how much the students at LPO have given and have just shown when we go out to Super One and we talk to them, or the parks and stuff when we do the cleanups around the neighborhoods, and I feel like it's a lot more than even I realized how many people actually notice what the kids at LPO do and who they really are. Well, I've got to get over to work to Sweet Lou's, where I've been working for the summer while I'm home from college. Been there for about 4 years now, and I work with a bunch of other LPO alumni like Sam, Amaya, Millie,